A new club has 3 freshmen, 5 sophomores, 11 juniors, and 4 seniors. We're going to make a frequency table for this information. So here we have our options, frequency, and relative frequency that you need in your table. Our options are the freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. The frequency is how many times each of these occur. Since there were 3 freshmen in the group, the frequency of freshmen is 3. This continues with the sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Now we need to work on the relative frequency. Relative frequency is the number of freshmen that there are compared to the whole group. So how we do that is we would divide the 3 by the 23, which is the whole number of people in the club. Now you can see our relative frequencies. The freshman has a relative frequency of 13, the sophomores is 22, juniors is 49, and senior is 17%. When you're doing these, you need to make sure that you round each of them the same way, so your percents might not always add up exactly to 100, but as long as you're close. Up in the corner again we have our frequencies from freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. Now we need to make these frequencies into a bar graph. First we're going to start by making our axis. So here's my axis. They're labeled the grades of students is along the bottom, and frequency, you always want that to be your vertical axis. Look that I also have a title. You always want to make sure that your graph has a title. The next step is to insert your bars. So as you can see, now we have bars on our bar graph, and we have everything labeled. It all looks nice. It doesn't have to look this nice when you make it by hand, but that's okay. So that's the end of this question. So I quickly drew up a pie graph, or what it would look like if I had it all labeled, of what this bar graph would look like. As you can see in the bar graph, it shows you exact numbers of how many students are in the club. But if you look at the pie chart, it helps to show you like percentages and the breakdown of the whole entire group versus just the section. The bar graph is a great way to show frequency, whereas the pie chart is a good way to show the relative frequency of the club. On the left side of the screen, you can see what the bar graph we had already made looks like. Now on the right side of the screen, we changed it, so instead of starting at 0, it looks like it starts at 2. This makes the data look like there are less people involved, and it also looks like there's a lot more people in the 11th grade than in the table on the left. So it just kind of messes up your data.